Ooh, ah, all praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlangs. It is the Schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlangs, yo. It is the Schlangs that brings us purpose. It's the Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit. Now, you're going to have to forgive my voice. I'm a little under the weather. Okay? My students done getting too close. And they got the germy germs. And I'm sick. But I had no choice but to hop on the Fahrenheit. I have so many lists on my list to talk about. I want to start the show off with a special shout out to Arcanova. Thank you. May the Schlangs be with you. Invest in the Schlangs. Stand out in the Schlangs. May all that you do, may all that you care about ride the frequency. And so that they're all in peace, financial peace, emotional peace. Thank you, man. Balance and power. All right, now, Uriel's in the building. We can start, Julio, the wolf. We can start the Fahrenheit hour. A message from the Schlangs. May the Schlangs allow us the will to achieve abundance beyond our wildest dreams. Now, forgive me, O mighty of Schlangs. I tweaked this one a little. Forgive me, O mighty of Schlangs. I tweaked this one a little. I want it to be, may the Schlangs allow us the will to receive the abundance beyond our wildest of dreams. May the Schlangs align us with the inflow and the frequency. May the Schlangs allow us to be safe, healthy, and wealthy. May the Schlangs allow us to breathe in and breathe out as long as our destiny says so. May the Schlangs allow us to have a supreme confidence in ourselves and watch it spill to others. May the Schlangs allow us, the sons of Fahrenheit, to continue to gather by any means necessary. May the Schlangs allow us to be thankful for what's already in our lives. I'm going to say that one again. May the Schlangs allow us to be thankful for what's already in our lives. May the slangs allow us to give. And finally, may the slangs allow us to have purpose in our hearts. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs, for your wise of word, mighty of Slangs. Thank you, Almighty of Slangs, for your wise of words, mighty of Slangs. Now, as mentioned before, we got a lot to talk about today. Okay, we gonna end the day per your request, cause I'm listening. I'm so of listening per your request. I believe it was Julio. We're going link in the chain. We're not only going link in the chain, we're going to explain link in the chain. We going to explain link in the chain. Okay, G Parkway tutoring right after I was coming off the Crips. Moving forward. We gonna talk about the ego business. Hey, remember we talked about being problem solvers and backwards mapping. We gonna talk about the ego business and how these companies is getting over from the ego business. Okay. We gonna talk about one of my most infamous stories when I first started teaching, yo. When I first started teaching, one of the first things they had to explain to me was the bullet holes in the doorway. When I first started teaching, one of the first things they had to explain to me was why there were bullet holes in my classroom doorway. We're going to tell that story. Yesterday, okay, we talked about Easter eggs and the beats. We talked about the skeleton of a beat. We talked about the skeleton. Now we're going to talk about the Easter eggs. I'm looking forward to that because it's also in the vocals. We're going to share some secrets, some booth secrets. Okay? Moving forward, we're going to talk about my favorite line and what it means from the Underbelly Sound Wars. We're going to talk about my personal favorite line of the new 5-part series on YouTube now, soon headed to the Tubies and the Amazon Primes, but it's on there for you first before it hits the public. It's for the sons first. My favorite line from the series, part Star Wars, part Matrix, part DC, part Marvel, all put together with a DE twist. Underbelly Sound Wars. My favorite line, I'm going to explain it. We're going to go in depth. And we're going to go in depth on my favorite line from the series. What else? We also going to talk about what hard times. I'll put this in the chat. How hard times, how it's going to turn us into super us. Okay? Sometimes it takes hard times to turn us into a super us. It's the Fahrenheit. All right, first thing I want to talk about, ego business. We talked about being problem solvers, backwards mapping, okay? We talked about all that. Now I'm trying not to be dark. Our show to is on the up and up. And we're all about that frequency and positive in the future. But the ego business is a dark realm. The ego business is a dark realm. Okay? Facebook. What is the core of the Facebooks? Hey, look at me, my life is fun. Hey, look at me, kids' first day of school. What is the core of the Insta chats? Hey, look, here's a picture of me again. It's the ego business. InstaChat doesn't own one picture. They're feeding off people wanting attention. It's the attention ego business. Ego distraction is a business. Okay, we recognize that. We talked about that a couple of days ago. The question is, Conqueror Uriel, Joe, I was thinking about you. We got a hard times section today. Okay, let's go. I'm listening. I'm responding. Okay? The way we get in on the ego business. The way we get in on the ego business. Now, this is what I'm doing. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm teaming up with folks. I'm writing these articles. Okay, I'm writing these articles about people that got the buzz. Okay, I'm gonna give you your ego. Here you go. Here's your ego on a platter. In return, bring some folks to the schlangs, to the mighty of schlangs. Okay, the ego business is a treacherous business. All out there's people, hey, look at me. The question is, and you may want to refer to the schlangs, how can you take advantage of so many people wanting attention? The Twittergrams, aka X. I want my negative opinion, so I'm gonna tweet. It's the ego business. How can we get ahead? That's what we're talking. So I just wanted to add a chapter to the ego business, to the problem solving business. We talked about problem solving for stupid people. We talked about problem solving for worthy elderly people. We talked about problem solving for rich people who have no time. I just want to add a chapter while you brainstorm your life, because that's what I'm fascinated with. That's why I'm doing the Fahrenheit to connect with you. You give me the chance to explain. My mama was over here, my brother, I was telling them, y'all give me the chance to explain my ideas. We on the wavelength. Let's go. I told my mama about all y'all in real time. They're just here, just left about an hour ago. Now, I just want to add a chapter, ego business. How can you take advantage of egos? You don't have to own a thing, just a way to pump people's egos. It's the Fahrenheit Hour. It's just a little tip on the Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit Hour. Now I'm in the chat. Now I head to the chat. LaQuels and Carlos. Dominic. Oh my goodness gracious. Invest in the schlangs. Stand out in the schlangs. May the schlangs be with you. Dominic, I want you to hit me up and tell me about you. The schlangs we talk about on this show, we're all learning from each other on this one wavelength. Okay? I'd love to learn from you. I'd love for you to learn from me. May the schlangs be with you and those you love. Okay, to get here on the Fahrenheit Hour, we talk a little rap, but we talk about the future and we talk about connecting. The most important thing is for intelligent people to connect. So thank you, Dominic. Welcome to the family, man. We're just connecting. We're just exchanging ideas. We talk about everything you see in this world that's not alive is an idea from a human. We are the idea makers. Okay, we are the idea makers. We got AI now. We got tools to make the ideas. Moving forward, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. So, got my master's degree, got my teaching credential, got my first job in the hood. Okay, last episode, y'all brought up Valley High. Last episode, we brought up Valley High. Mac Road the Hood. Mac Road the Hood, get my new teaching job. They say, here's your classroom. And we noticed there's bullet holes. He said, there's a story. So here is the story. First time ever telling this story publicly on the Bernada. Years before I got my first classroom, the school was called a continuation school. Okay, I ain't gonna say no names. It's a continuation school where if you get kicked out of public school, you get one more chance. Okay, so I'm deep in the hood with it, Dominic. I'm deep in the hood with it. A student's girlfriend breaks up with him. Okay, this is a few years before I get here. Student was distraught. Student brings 12-gauge shotgun to school. Okay, stick around on the Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit Hour. There are several stories I have where students are bringing guns to school. Moving forward, this student brings a shotgun in the duffel bag, brings it out in front of the class, threatens everybody he's going to shoot everybody. Teacher gets everyone out of the class. Teacher talks to the student one-on-one for about 15 minutes. Cops come from everywhere, as you could expect. Cops are they have him come out, just a barrage, and they just light up the classroom. They light him up. Shot like 14 times, and he survived. Lit up the classroom, just one book just lit up. They ended up refurbishing the classroom with the some parts they forgot. First degree the D, here's your first classroom. Okay? So that's the story of my first ever classroom. It wasn't littered with bullet holes, but it had been refurbished. It had been refurbished, but the story was still. So when you hear the stories from the AirPod academics, Captain Consumers, about 29th Street and some of these hardest hoods and sack and rap styles, refer to First DEG's plight in this game centered around the culture. Okay, your YouTube premium account allows you to have a slither. I'm talking about the entire culture. You don't have to be stupid anymore. You can go to asktheschlangs.com. Mr. Brooks, no. Tehran, no. Ask the Schlangs. They don't have to be stupid anymore. They can learn the depth of the DEG depth in this game. They can finally see that their spot on Spotify account with their playlists allows them a miniature perspective. Now this time for today's episode, I brought some new props. Okay, I like to keep the show fresh. Okay, so that you done been synced to this. You done been synced to the boombox. But today, we got a new prop that I would like to share. For the YouTube Yodas, this box contains a piece of history. For the YouTube Yodas, this box contains a piece of history. When I open the box, you will find the golden microphone. When I open the box, you find the golden microphone. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs, for the golden of microphone. Now, this microphone has since been retired. But starting with Planet Zero, practice albums and eventually full albums were recorded on this very mic. What are we talking about? I have brought a new prop. I like to keep the show fresh. This is the golden microphone. You can see there's a dent. There's a dent because it's decades of service, starting as a practice microphone for Planet Zero, ending with, oh man, I can't, ending with, maybe about 4 years ago. I released so many of projects. I don't want to do that to myself, especially on live TV on the Fahrenheit Hour. But decades of service on the golden mic. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. We keep it in the box for its service to the Schlangs. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs. It's the fair. I'm in the chat. And while I'm in the chat, you can see that. Yes. While I'm in the chat, You can see that. Now, last time, maybe a week ago, we're in week 3, finishing up week 3 of the bah. We talked about the skeleton of a beat, drums, bass line, strings gotta mingle. Strings gotta mingle. Finish the drums, add spice, but then I kind of glazed over the spice. On the show, we talked about Easter eggs in the beat. I'm gonna tell you the secret. I'm gonna tell you the secret about Easter eggs in the beat. Get gutty. Now, as everything we talked about before, everything gotta communicate in the beat. We talked about how the kick gotta communicate with the bass line, and you gotta just start over. The bass line gotta communicate with the strings. But when you're doing the Easter eggs, they not only have to communicate, they gotta tell a story, yo. Not only do they have to communicate, they got to talk to each other and tell an articulate story. They have to be panned left and right as if two people are telling a story. Now, let me explain. Say you have bells. You have a higher pitch bell and a lower pitch bell. That lower pitch bell is going to be the wisdom of the story. Okay? The higher pitch bell is going to have more energy, right? The higher pitch bell going to have more energy and be more about the place. So when they talk to each other, panned left and right, you're going to have a little more here than asking a question. Then the Easter egg is this bell is throwing the question to the deeper bell. The deeper bell is answering the question. So is within the beat, before a vocal is laid, before the booth is entered, you have a conversation between the Easter eggs of the beat. It could be two parts of the drums. It could be the hi-hat and the regular, the open hi-hat. It has to be a story between someone who's asking a question or needs advice and an advice giver musically. Hits, like hits. We call them hits. They're like snare hits, but they're more like an orchestra. We just call them hits. They gotta be panned. Question, answer. So, a secret of beat making is a question and answer between the Easter eggs. And if you listen to a DE song on headphones, even some of these instrumental, I've been trying to get y'all instrumental tracks. Everything I do is for you guys. Everything I do is for you guys. So lately, I've been trying to get you guys instrumental tracks so you can listen on headphones and hear the conversations back and forth. So to wrap that one up, I got a lot to talk about. Spicing up the beats. Okay, spicing up the beats. It gotta be an audio conversation without words. Now, the vocals. The vocals. I'm in the chat. I'm taking a breath in the chat. I'm in a breath in the chat. All right, Carlos, you win. All right, Carlos, you win. Carlos, you win. That song you referring to is called I Am Not Welcome Here. I'm writing it down for tomorrow's show. Okay, you win. Thank you. I would love to explain that song. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm also explaining the second song Brother Lynch ever did on Fahrenheit Records. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm also explaining the second song Brother Lynch ever did on Fahrenheit Records. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. Okay. Moving forward. Vocals also have the backs. Okay. You know the main vocals. A lot of artists like Tupac, they'll double their main vocals. What I do is I'll have a main vocal, then just like we talked about before, I'll have two backtracks that are throwing conversation to each other. I'll have two backtracks that's throwing conversation back and forth to each other. And it can't match the main track. It has to linger and overlap and tell its own story. I gotta be able to mute the main rap vocals, yo. I gotta be able to mute the main rap vocals, hear just the backs going back and forth on the left and right speakers, and hear a new story. Mute it, hear a whole new story. So sometimes I'll repeat words, but sometimes I'll say something different on purpose. We talked about that on the Fahrenheit Eye. Okay, so Easter eggs in the beat. The secret is the conversation musically. Easter eggs in the vocals that make people appreciate the triangle. The depth is Easter eggs, back and forth conversation in the backs. It's the Fahrenheit Eye, Fahrenheit Eye, Fahrenheit Eye. Dang it, Joseph Ross. Dang it, Joseph Ross. I was trying to keep a secret that the second Brother Lynch song ever was Blackula. I was trying to keep it a secret. I wasn't even going to say it the whole program, but I see you in the chat. You've given away my secret. I appreciate it. We're so deep in this game, we're all on the same wavelength. Next episode of the Paradise, I'm doing Blackula, the second song Brother Lynch ever hopped on, and I'm telling you the story. Okay? That's funny to me. All right, now moving forward, I'm gonna get that going. Here you go. Oh, real quick. Fair. Okay, before I go, let me take a look at the chat, man. Okay, I am not welcome. Here it is. That's one of the, we talked about. I do songs that are kind of, the gangster songs, and every once in a while I gotta do these songs which I have absolutely no idea what people will think about. All I can think about is myself, and then I think about the slangs of the Sons of Fahrenheit U, and it's like this show is the first time I'm getting proof. It's the songs where I'm just myself that stand out to you. I am not welcome here is a true story. I am not welcome here is a true story. And it's not gangster rap. It's nothing. It's just something I just had to put out for you. And now it's in the chat. Here we go. We're going to do that one tomorrow. All right, moving forward. Underbelly Sound Wars, Star Wars, Matrix, Marvel, DC, all intermingled with a DE twist available on YouTube for you early before it hits the Tubies and the Amazon Primes and the Johnny Public and the Jane Masses. I wanted you to see it first. I want to know what you thought first. Okay? And you guys gave me good feedback on that. Now, my favorite line, if you haven't seen it, this is a no spoiler alert. If you ain't seen the last episode, this is a no spoiler alert. At the end, the bad guy, his name is Deadwave. His name is Deadwave. He had his own solution on how to make the world a better place. Okay, I'm dressed as Deadwave. Our man Deadwave had his own, and for the radio audience, I'm doing the hand quote thingy. He had his own solution on how to make the world a better place. And one of his solutions was this. And this is my first time ever talking about it to anyone. This is my first time ever getting to talk about anything to anyone. All I do is be in the cave and I create, but I don't know what. And now I'm finally getting feedback from the Fahrenheit Schlangs, the mighty Sons of Fahrenheit. I enjoy this show way more than you do. But anywho, I get so much more from this show than you do. You don't even know. Anywho, oh my goodness. My favorite line from Underbelly Sound Wars, Deadwave's solution is, hold on. Okay, hold on. Just give the website back to me, then. Okay? If the website was overloaded, just give the website back to me, then. Okay, we'll What's going on? Okay. My favorite line from Underbelly Sound Wars when Dead Wave is coming up with his solution on how to make a world a better place. When I said solution, I forgot to do the little hand quote thingamajig. No more tribal racial strife. For this one, I didn't clip this AI. This is important. For this clip of the Underbelly Sound Wars, I didn't need no kind of graphic. Okay, I had to learn all kind of AIs, VO3, VO3 through VO2, VO2, Lincia, Canva, all kind of whipty whams and the nifty knots. Why? For you. I do these things for you so that you can be of the mighty. I do these things to invest in the schlangs. I invest my money and my time in the schlangs. Okay, like Dominic in Arkansas. No. Ark, I'll get it right. I just can't forget my thought. Okay. No more tribal racial strife. There are no blacks. There are no whites. And none in between. There's only the one. That's my favorite line. Do you understand the depth of that line? No more tribal. This man, okay, a spoiler alert. I'm sorry if you haven't seen it. This man, his solution is to make everyone on earth like him. He says, if you guys are going to fight over stupid stuff, I'll take out the stupid stuff and make everyone like me. So he ends up saying, eliminating all racial identity, no more tribal racial strife. There are no blacks. There are no whites. And none in between. There's only the one. Now, my question to you, Nate, Irish, Arkanoa, Dominic. If the world was one race, if the world was one race, and you and I were at the head of the power triangle, if the world was one race, no more national boundaries, no more countries, yet agricultural centers. Each region of the world is providing its premium of nourishment. That's the only responsibility these areas have. No governments we are the government, we are the power structure. Now, my question is this that I've been thinking about. If everyone was one race on Earth, would the humans still find reason to fight? If we achieved the great alignment, we were at the top of the power structure, the sons of Fahrenheit, and serving the mighty Fahrenheit schlangs, would the humans still find reason to fight? Tell me in the chat what you think. It might be a glitch in our plan, y'all. Are the humans that dumb that if we took out all race, that they would still find reasons to separate from each other? Tell me in the chat. Okay. Okay. We don't agree. It's the great quandary. It's the great quandary. One thing's for sure, the quandary is this. If we eliminate, stepping back, the reason that no more tribal racial strife, there are no blacks, there are no whites, and none in between. There's only the one. Is my favorite line is because it goes deeper than race. It goes to the core of human existence. Are you here to fight or are you here to advance? Juntos. It goes to the core of your human existence. Are you here to fight or are you here to unite? Let me give you an example on how this is clear as day, my family. Brothers, we got a few sisters, but mostly brothers, listen. When folks get on the Twitters, they get on the Twitters to fight. You hear me? When we get on this show, we get on this show to unite. It's a difference. It is such a difference with purpose. It is such a difference with purpose. The show, more people are coming along, but I'm getting more YouTube Yodas on these comments, yo. If they only understood the whole purpose of the Fahrenheit Hour is not, and the whole DE slap is not to attract the opinion of the random. It's to collect the most intelligent of minds. What was the latest one I had to deal with? I wrote it down so I could vent on the Fahrenheit. Oh, the DE raps don't make sense. The DE raps don't make sense. I'm sorry, random number 9,438 and 6. I'm sorry, random number 9,438 and 6. You don't understand my raps. Unfortunate for you, but fortunate for us when I enter the booth. My goal is to be my best, and in said booth, I am not thinking about your minuscule perspectives. I'm on the Fahrenheit Hour. We're quoting these lines. This is my choice. Dumb down my music for the random, for the YouTube Yoda. Spot on Spotify. Captain Consumer. Dumb down my music for them or keep my music on the up and up and attract members of the Sons of Fahrenheit so we gather. Those are my options, random. I'll repeat them again. I've been in the booth. I've been in the booth since the albums was listened to on this. I've been in the booth since albums was listened to on this. I'm still in the booth. I'm in the booth on Twisted Insane's intro. I'm in the booth on the Underbelly Sound Wars soundtrack. The span goes from 1992 to last month. The span of DE releases, not music. We're not talking about the choirs and the bands. We're talking about actual real releases. Span from 1992, yeah, that starts with a 1-9, till last month. Now, with that, what we call in the math world range, I will explain to you that with my choice between dumbing down my music for dumb people like you, the choice A, dumbing down my people for the Wikipedia warriors and their YouTube premium accounts, or put all my all and time and thought into my songs to make them intelligent music for the mighty Sons of Fahrenheit. Hopefully, now that the show is blowing it, excuse me, my students have got me sick. First week of class. With those two options, I hope that I've made it clear, very clear to the random. Option B, option A brings so many more people, so I get it. Option A, I could have gone major label. Option A, I get it. I could have been sponsored. I could have did Whipty Wham and Nifty Knot. I get it. But there's nothing more pure than raising the bar, yo. There's nothing more pure than being yourself and then have Julio in the chat talking about I am not welcome here. Have I am king in the chat. There's nothing more rewarding than that. I've seen with my own eyes. You guys know how much I've been to Portland. Okay, my brother lives in Portland. He was here today. Shout out to the 503. One time we did a show, Andre Nicotina, First Degree to DEB Legit. Portland, sold out. Roseland. Andre Nicotina don't got near of radio play. Andre Nicotina don't got near of radio play. Be Legit to Savvy don't got near of radio play. Be Legit to Savvy got near of radio play. First Degree to D got near of radio play. First Degree to D got near, you get the gist. Sold out show. 2 days later, someone with all the, I don't want to say no names because the AI be reading this and now they do the transcripts and the nifty knots and I don't know these people and I don't even care. Big name. Daily, all around the clock radio play. I went to that show to promote because I just to talk to the people because I had done Nicotina shows. I know the Nicotina folks. Sometimes I just throw myself in situations, just like that Trump show, that Trump rally. I just throw myself in situations and just, I'm here. And I just like to do things like the Joker. Went to that show. It was 15 people there. Went to the show from a person who had airplay, commercial play, all the radio stations, everything. Boy, 15 people. You win 2 days before Andre Nicotina, the king of the filthy mo, Be Legit to Savvy, Be Legit to Savvy, and First DEG filled out the joint. How? Connection. Connection. Juntos. Like-minded. We are like-minded. So many of these people on the Insta chats and the Twittergrams and the Insta knots and the face chat and the thread book and they may have 1 million followers, but how many are they connected with? And to be connected, you can't be for everyone. I can't emphasize that enough. I remember when I had to come through there, it was after Southbound. I had to either try to be like everyone else or I had to just get real with it. I had to get real with it. I chose option B to get real with it. And it meant something to y'all, man. So getting real with it meant something. I choose option B, going with raps. Like Simon, we said, pager rings 3 minutes later. Pager rings with little things in these raps, these Easter eggs. I do things for you. The main reason, especially doing this show, the main reason is to send invitations to the smartest of people. And that just means so much more to me than the random. So the whole DE's raps don't make sense. Nah, they don't make sense to you. They ain't for you. The DE rap ain't for you. You know, they're of the higher of mine. Rad, feel me? Nate, here we go. Moving forward on the Fahrenheit hour, Fahrenheit hour, Fahrenheit hour. We'll take a look in the chat. Take a look in the chat. Chatty chat, 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 chatty chat. Energy, my energy, the chat. Y'all is my energy, energy, the chat. Y'all is my energy, the energy, the chat. Let me in the chat. Burn up the chat with an emoji, 100 and something. Energy in the chat. If you're feeling this. You know, we like to talk about stars, and I tell you the Brother Lynch story and the Nicotina story. But today I was like, I have so many things written down. I'm not talking about a star today. I just want to talk about you all day and these lessons and these stories, real stories all day. Yes, sir. No, not fandoms, randoms. The thing is, Irish, they don't have to be stupid no more. We've built Ask the Schlangs, the knowledge of 1 million books, the reach of the worldwide interweb, and the perspective of the mighty Shangs. They don't have to be stupid anymore. All right, moving forward, this has been a great show today. I knew I didn't have to talk about a star every time. I knew I could spend half the show talking about you and stories you want to hear and stuff and how it could benefit your life. Okay, the main thing we start the show off with is the ego business. Okay, these folks in the ego business now. Hard times is spreading like the flu. Watch out, homeboy, don't let it catch you. Joe, you still with us, right? Now, you guys that know anybody who's never been through any hard times? You guys know, so someone's popped in your head. You guys know anyone who's never been through hard times, and as a result, it's seeped into their personality? Now, one thing I could tell you is this. Hard times, they come, man. They look like different things all the time. But we're together. You're not alone. Okay, we're together. You're not alone. And those hard times are temporary. Breathe in the hard times. Breathe them in like fresh air, a beast. Knowing they're going to make you stronger than everyone around you. Okay? That thing that's hard right now, breathe it in. Eat the frog. Shouts out to Miss Stevens. Eat the frog. Breathe it in. Make it part of you. That hard time, breathe it in. Make it part of you and get angry and act. Now I brought my special cup today to explain tell a little story about hard times. Okay? Now this is not, this is from the cartoon realm, fictional realm, but I just want to tell a quick story about for the radio audience. For the radio audience, I'm holding up my Batman cup. Okay? For the radio audience, I'm holding up my Batman cup to tell a little story. Bruce Wayne as a little kid, yo. Besides Palpatine, this is probably the greatest comic book story, fictional story. But besides Palpatine of Star Wars, Bruce Wayne's story means something because of this. And I want to connect it to our hard times speech, how we're going to breathe these hard times in and fight. They're going to make us angry, and we're going to do something with that anger. We're going to act. The big black bat. It's funny you mentioned that, King, because it is part of that, okay? It is all part of that. Blackulem, the big black bat on Underbelly Sound Wars, her. Okay, she's Indian. We talk about learning from all the different cultures, okay? I can't emphasize that enough. Now, that's why all the characters are Underbelly got off from all the different cultures. Okay, that's really important that folks understand that. Now, Bruce Wayne fell in the hole of the well or whatever. Bats. He was afraid of bats. Right? He fell in the hole and petrified of bats. And the solution was this. Take what you're most afraid of, breathe it in, take it in, become that fear, become the monster and project it on the world. Whatever got your emotions going, it's purposeful. This hard time is drawn to you. It's a lesson that you needed to learn. Wear it like Batman. Batman took on that bat, was afraid of bats at first, took on the whole identity, took his fear and just ate it like the frog and just projected it onto the world for justice. If he didn't get over his own fear, he wouldn't have had the might. It's all about ourselves. And if you're drawn to this D.E. Schlaps, man, I'm telling you, you are not a normal person. You've seen in the chat, people from all over the United States I have met, I have been to, they don't come to SAC. These people, I've met tens and thousands of people from all over the United States. They don't come to SAC. That reminds me of a story. Hold on a sec. I gotta talk about that next time, yo. Where's my paper where I already studied? Man, there used to be, when I was tutoring at 29th Street, man, and during the whole Brother Lynch SIBO, I was a tutor on 29th Street. So I tutored from, I was going to college, I'll get home real quick, go tutor. So I was probably tutoring from like 4 to 9 every day at 29th Street. So sometimes I'll get a break, but sometimes I wouldn't. So there's a McDonald's on the corner of Florin and 29th Street. If I got a break, I would walk to this McDonald's and walk home, right? Man, during the height of the Brother Lynch SIBO, there were so many people just driving, not so many, but every once in a while, there would just be people driving, and they would not be from the area. And I would look, and they'd be like, "Is this 29th Street?" It was a tourist attraction, yo. 29th Street was a tourist attraction. So when I say they weren't coming to Sacramento, I got to catch myself. I got to catch myself because every once in a while, there were tourists coming to Sacramento touring 29th Street. So tomorrow's show, I'm writing 29th Street tourist. I'm going to give some thought to that and tell one of the stories. It's the Fahrenheit Hour. Fahrenheit Hour. We liquid. We liquid. I can already tell I'm going to go over the time. We haven't even started with the link in the chain. Okay, we liquid with it though. I'm already getting ideas from you for the next show. All right, back to the paper from today. Where did I put today's paper? All right, let me look in the chat. Let me look in the chat, man. Yes. Love you, love. All right, I'm gonna read the rest. Keep the chat on fire. I'm gonna read the rest. I gotta keep the show going for you. Be like the Batman. Take your fear, take this hard time, and turn it into your strength, yo. Whatever other people hate to do, you're gonna become a master of it and turn it into your strength. This hard time is meant to create your inner core. And so when others have this hard time, you will be the answer. You will be the problem solver. You have the power to change the world, man, especially if you're attracted to what we're doing. We may not be able to be Jedis or we're moving stuff with our mind and stuff, but we do control the world, and we are. You can call it the force, you can call it the frequency, you can call it God, you can call it the universe. There's one frequency binding us all. I don't care what you call it. It's had a million names. It doesn't even matter. It's one thing. And the closer you are to it, the more you realize it, the more Jedi powers or magic you'll have, man. There's been times where I've gone to sleep and I've just seen the future. We'll talk about that another day. Now, link in the chain. Before I get to link in the chain, it's the Fahrenheit. Quick note to New York. New York, I need the spirit of ODB to convince the Orchard, our friends at Orchard, who distribute the mighty Fahrenheit schlangs. Thank you, O Orchard. We appreciate everything you do. But the YouTube people said that they need you to tell them. I don't know if it's red tape, but they need you to call them. They need you to contact them and allow the mighty Fahrenheit network that we have put together to air live 24/7 on YouTube on the network that's already built from the ground up. In desperation, we're calling on the spirit of ODB. We're calling on the spirit of ODB to convince the New York-based Orchard to do this for us so we can have this 24. Not only will it be superior of Schlapp, not only will it be movies, TV shows, and news, but the best part, it'll be a 24-hour place where we can gather. Please, ODB, spirit of ODB, Brooklyn Zoo, help us get this going. Moving forward, it's the Fahrenheit Hour. Brooklyn Zoo. Ha! Those are my favorite characters, man. Dennis Rodman, ODB. I thrive to be like them. Now it's the Fahrenheit hour, Fahrenheit hour, Fahrenheit hour. Let me look in the chat. Okay. After 29th Street, working at 29th Street 4 or 5 years, tutoring the Crips. Told plenty of stories on that. There's more to come. But after that, we moved to G Parkway. G Parkway, in case you ain't know, is the second hardest hood in Sac. Now, they done cleaned it up now. But you have no idea what it was like back in the day. Man. One time I'm tutoring, man. I'm leaving the G. Hear gunshots. One of my students gets killed, man, defending his brother by this old dude, man. Crazy. The young dude, the young brother was teasing folks, and then the old dude got mad. Brother stepped in, just shot him. It's crazy, man. Deaths and just the hood is just so much fighting, man. It's just that's why I had to go there, man. I've always tried to just be a light to the hood, man. Even these raps but anywho, I don't want to go too deep in that, man. Put people's business out there, man. But man, he was 17. So after that, I made a song, yo. I learned, and even now, I mean, especially now that I've written so many songs, the best songs is when it's real and it comes from something that comes from the slangs, from the frequency, and I just got to get it out. I can see the difference between what I call manufactured songs and those kind of songs. So nowadays, all I do is real songs now. But this song right here I wrote after my man, we'll call him Will, got killed. It's called Link in the Chain. Okay? That's the story of Link in the Chain. Let me check the chat. Okay? Let me check the chat. Give me some inspiration to do this Link in the Chain, man. Because I'm already in my feelings. Okay, I'm already in my feelings. Plus, I got to sing. Give me some mojo in the chat. Because I'm already in my feelings. Plus, I got to sing. But this is coming from y'all requests. All right. Here we go. The Florida Road Walking Man. Carlos, you a fool for that. The Florida Road Walking Man. What does that tell me? That you're deep down the rabbit hole. That was a real person, by the way. There used to be this old dude who walked up and down Florin every day. We called him the Florin Road Walking Man. Anywho, that's funny. Dedicated to Will from the G, my student that was killed. This song is called Link in the Chain. And I'm sick, so AI, clip this is important. First degree to D, Link in the Chain, dedicated for my students in the G. If I could holler at all the youths in the G, I tell them, listen to me. Always reach for the stars, no matter who you are, and never be a link in the chain. When I look outside, I see the young brothers filling up the prison. When I look outside, I see tragedy. When I look outside, I see the youths at the schoolhouse breaking the system. When I look outside, I see victory. Link in the chain, in the chain, in the chain. Link in the chain. You gotta picture this during the gangster rap era. But I did this for you. Link in the chain, in the chain, in the chain. In the chain, in the chain, in the if I could holler at all the youths in the nine, I tell them, give me your time. Always shoot for the moon. Success will be here soon. And never be a link in the chain. When I look outside, I see the high schoolers shooting. Oh! That's from my classroom story I told you earlier. I didn't even know it was in the song like that. I see the high schoolers shooting up each other. When I look outside, I see tragedy. When I look outside, I see the young mother walking home her daughter. When I look outside, I see victory. Link in the chain, in the chain, in the chain. Link in the chain. In the chain, in the chain, in the chain. Link in the chain, in the chain. In your future, will you sell your soul? In your future, will you be in control? In your future, will you stand out in a crowd? In your future, will you make your mama proud? And I look outside, see the, oh man. Dang, thank you for mentioning this song. See, I've never explained this song to anyone. I've never even told that story about my student getting shot. And then I read this, and it's like, Sid, get me in my feelings. The next line is, I see the young hero dying for his brother. That's that story I just told you. Dang, I didn't know I put it in this song. But it was right after, so it's probably makes sense. When I look outside, I see the young hero dying for his brother. When I look outside, I see an awful tragedy. The dude was 77 years old. Will was 17 and the little brother was like 12. The dude was 77 years old. I gotta sing that line again for him, man. Damn. Where were we? Oh. When I look outside, I see the young hero dying for his brother. When I look outside, I see an awful tragedy. When I look outside, oh, I see the community coming together. Now, after his death, G Parkway came together. It changed G Parkway to forever. Now, when you go to G Parkway, it's like utopia. I don't care what you think you know about when you go to G Parkway. It's like utopia compared to how it was, man. And this event, man, because it was like a big deal. It was on the news. It changed the G. They changed rules in the G. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I told you I'm sick. The students, the first week of school, standing too close. The little ones. All right, anyway. The community came together and it changed the community forever. We talked about Patricia Harris, yo, who already wanted to give her life for the community working at Meadowview. One of X-Rated's friends, not X-Rated. X-Rated has never killed anyone. One of his friends ran up on it. And now because of her, it's like Sacramento is worldwide. It's like when you look at, it's like not to mention Marvel because it's like fiction, but just how the timelines and incursions and how things could occur and Doctor Doom coming, man, we're gonna see what happens. But it's just interesting how few things in life can take things and just cause a tangent, man. But Will's death definitely had the community coming together. I see the community coming together. When I look outside, I see victory. Oh, enough. Let's talk about just the violence, man. Enough. All these studio tricks people be using, I made it a point, even if my vocals don't come out perfect, I want you guys to know it's really me. I don't use these studio tricks. It's me singing these songs and all that. So I don't use the latest, too much of the what is it called? What the young people use in the with the sound like a computer, maybe in the chat, you know what I'm talking about? I don't use too much of that. I just keep it raw for y'all, man. I always want my songs to sound raw. Auto-tune. Thank you, King. That's exactly, see, we on the wavelength. I don't use too much auto-tune and nifty nod and the see, I don't even remember the name of it. Okay? Now, I'm in the chat. Finishing off the show in the chat. Man, you guys are the world, man. You guys are the core of the Fahrenheit Hour, which one day will guide so many souls, man. Thank you, Nate, man. Thank you, Nate. I love explaining songs to you guys, man. That's my first time in my life ever explaining that song, man. That's gonna be like one of my favorite part of this is just like sharing with you guys and then like getting your feedback and what you think and like the weird songs especially. Man, thank you, man. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. What song was that? That was one of the D's songs. No, thank you. 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 Never forward. Dang, that song. Man, dude who played the guitar on that song got killed on his 21st birthday, man. Where's the sheet for next show? Where's the sheet on the song Never Far Away? And we've had folks in the chat from Grass Valley, so they would know his name was Pete. I'll tell that story. You guys make the show. The show's, see, this is y'all. This comes from y'all. Y'all make the show. You are the show. You are the show. All right, one last look in the chat, man. You are the show, man. Tyrone the Kona Dweller. Yo, you are the show, man. That's fine. Man, I came for y'all, King. I'm here for y'all. And together, man, we're going to take over the world, man. It's going to take time, but together, we're going to take over the world. The rain. Hey, King, I got my pen. I don't know if I can fit that. That was going to take a long explanation, but I'm going to write it down. All right. Say it with me, y'all. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlangs. It is the Schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit Schlangs. It is the Schlangs that brings us Meet me back here tomorrow so we can intellectually gather. Same Fahrenheit station. Same Fahrenheit. Peace, brothers. I love y'all.